Okay, I got this pattern from Bobbin's Lace. It's called Little Angel, and it's a completely lace dress. And then it has a lining, like a fabric lining underneath that gets sewn to the lace. I don't have a baby in mind for this dress. I just really want to make a completely lace dress. I think it sounds like a super fun challenge. Okay, so it comes with set of like instructions, all of the pattern pieces for the fabric lining, these beautiful pictures of the dress up close. I ordered the kit, so that came with all of the thread that I should need. We have some Vinca, I think it's how it's pronounced. I don't know. Number 30, and then also some number 16 to use for the gimps. And those are kind of thicker threads that outline designs. The way that this dress works is the top is and the sleeves are one continuous piece. You start in the back, work around, work the sleeve, come around the front, the other sleeve, and to the back. And then the underseam of the sleeve gets sewn together. And then it has 2 tiers on the skirt and then a bottom band. The supplies that I need are going to be 133 pairs of bobbins, bobbin holders to hold those, the thread, pillow to work it on, and I think that's it. That should be everything that I need. I have about 70 pairs of bobbins right now and maybe like 6 bobbin holders. So I'm going to need to work on making some more bobbins or buying some more bobbins and just sourcing those in a variety of ways because they're not that expensive, but it's like $2.50 a pair, which just really adds up when you need 133 pairs. Here's my plan for how I'm going to approach this project. I'm going to start with the neck ruffle that has 14 pairs of bobbins first and work up to the one that has 133 pairs of bobbins. I'm going to start by copying my pattern onto some blue cardstock. The blue is supposed to be easier on the eyes as you're working, and you can see the white against the blue and see your work better as you go. I'm also going to be laminating it. I've never laminated it before, but I think it will help it to be more durable and keep the pins in place. And then I can also spray it with some water, and that'll kind of like block it as I go and help it to keep the shape that I want it to be in at the end and make it just a little bit more durable. Once I have it copied and laminated, the next step is to get the pattern ready. I'm going to prick my pattern, which is where you take a stick with basically a needle at the end and pre-poke the holes. This makes it easier to get them in and it makes it more accurate. Every time I start one, I tell myself, I'm just going to skip this step, it's not worth it. But I do think it is worth it, and there's always just that voice in my head that says like, but it's not going to be as accurate, and if you're going to spend this much time on a project, you want it to be accurate. So I'm going to prick this. The next step is going to be to wind the bobbin. This is a fairly short piece, but I know I'll be continuing to use this thread on the next piece that has a lot more bobbins, so I'm going to wind my bobbins till they're basically full. I wind my bobbins using a technique where you slide the bobbin along the string, and I can make a separate video about this and how this works. And then I'm going to start working my piece. I'll hang my starter pins and use one of the starting methods outlined in the pattern's instructions, and I will work my way down the pattern. Okay, that is how I'm getting started with this lace dress. Comment down below how long you think it's going to take me to finish this project. And if you have any questions about the process, and make sure to subscribe so that you can follow along on this journey. Thanks. Bye.